I'm going to be comparing the Zombieland movies to the It movies because in part one of this series, I compared Zombieland to War of the Worlds, Zombieland 1. I compared It to National Lampoon, It 1. So now I'm going to compare Zombieland and It. When you look at highest score for each franchise, the first Zombieland movie has an 89%. The It movie from 2017 has an 85%. When you look at lowest score, It Chapter 2 only has a 62%. Zombieland Double Tap has a 68%. When you look at average scores, Zombieland has an average of 78, while It has an average of 73. Then we look at gap between lowest and highest score. You got gap of 23 in the case of It and a gap of 21 in the case of Zombieland. So by only 2% Zombieland wins here, meaning it's won every round so far, so it's going to be winning this debate. And this one's not difficult for me at all. I'm easily going to choose Zombieland because I've seen both Zombieland movies and I enjoy them both. Actually, when it comes to It, I literally watched the It movie from 2017 just tonight after not having seen it before, and I thought it was really well done. It's a very effective horror movie about a killer clown. It's a nice coming of age horror movie. It reminded me honestly of Stranger Things. I feel like it had some of the same energy in there, similar dynamics where you have a group of kids that learn about some scary thing or investigating it. Of course, the show Stranger Things definitely goes in more of a fantasy direction than It does. It is something that is closer to our reality. It's in a reality that feels more similar to our own, whereas Stranger Things obviously has more fantastical stuff happening, so it's less grounded, it's not as close to our reality. Also, it reminded me of the movie Super 8 from J.J. Abrams because it has a similar coming of age feel to it since it's also about a group of kids. I like how with It Chapter 1, you start off by seeing a rather bad thing happen to this kid. So you go, oh wow, this movie's not clowning around. You see what the stakes are pretty quickly. And then I like how we're seeing these boys, this one girl come together. By the end, when you see them actually fight back and actually win against the evil clown Pennywise, it's really satisfying. I think the performances are really good. The story here is engaging, seeing these children get over their fear. In the case of Zombieland, I really like how both of these movies are about the survivors of a terrible apocalyptic event that actually still find happiness, that find comfort because they find family with each other while something terrible is going on. In fact, Zombieland 2 Double Tap actually moves in even more of a heartwarming direction because by the end, our main cast of characters is fighting to defend this one community of people who have survived. They're trying to make sure that this community does not die off, that all these people don't turn into zombies. So by the end, our main cast of characters is actually in an even better position than they were before. There's, of course, humans that actually die during the Zombieland movies, yes, but they still manage to actually have a certain amount of hopefulness and optimism to them while something terrible is going on. Also, these movies really show that Jesse Eisenberg is not